civilized meeting. I think after that speech, Secretary Tillerson set the bar to be very low, just not throwing shoes at each other was. So we certainly achieved that. We didn't.
Howdy, all, this is Buddha.
Everybody in the group, and it wasn't a bilateral meeting, because people need to be reminded that this was not a bilateral deal. This was a multilateral agreement, and the meeting took place in the informal consultation room of the Security Council, where we started this process 4 years ago, as was just mentioned with Secretary Kerry. And it was a good reminder to everybody that this deal is not a treaty, is not a bilateral agreement or a multilateral agreement which needs ratification by US Senate, but it is in fact a Security Council resolution. And we were sitting in the informal consultation room of the Security Council where these resolutions are worked out usually. This one was not worked out in that room. It was worked out during 2 years of tedious negotiations in Vienna, and prior to that, 10 years of basically posturing. And I'm sorry to see that we are going back to the posturing, pre-negotiation posturing. Everybody in the room reminded Secretary Tillerson that this was a good deal. A good deal is not a perfect deal, because there is no perfect deal. No deal can be perfect. Because perfect for one side of the deal would be disaster for the other side.
I got a good deal on my Mitsubishi.
It can't be a zero-sum deal. It has to be a positive-sum deal. And we decided to define the objective in the beginning of the process in a way that was amenable to a solution. And by that, we decided not to resolve